Power of imagination and human spirit, we can create many things that delight and inspire. But through the same power, we can also bring destruction and birth our darkest demons. Hello and welcome to the Absolute Gamecast. Today on Hidden Gems, I'd like to spotlight Cassette, an open-world RPG developed by Bitten Studio and published by Raw Fury. The game was released on PC April 26, 2023, and consoles May 25th of 2023. This video will contain major story spoilers, but if you're interested and can afford the game, I highly recommend buying it, especially to any RPG fans watching. Cassette takes place in New World, an interdimensional island featuring biomes with people for you to meet and monsters to fight, record, and collect. As an avatar of yourself, you find yourself stranded after plummeting through a dimensional rift and crash landing on the island's shore. You're then welcomed into a small town which acts as your hub world throughout the course of the game, where you meet up with friends, prepare your team for travel, and get hints if you're lost. Throughout the game's two main stories, you fight the 12 ranger captains stationed across the island, and follow cryptic clues to hunt down powerful archangels and try to find a way home. The graphics in this game are really good. They blend together pixel art and 3D models to create a seamless world that's fast and fun to travel the whole thing, given you have the right abilities. There are also a vast number of hidden dungeons for you to find, with some bosses, some with treasure, and some with puzzles to solve, and rare monsters to collect. Some of these are pretty well hidden too, and can be challenging, so they serve as a good test of the player's skills. Another design detail I feel is worth mentioning that I don't typically discuss in these videos is the soundtrack. This game's soundtrack slaps so hard, and while I can't sample any here for copyright reasons, although you can find the OST on YouTube, I feel that they're best experienced in-game. My favorite aspect is that the soundtrack is obviously made up of a number of instrumental tracks, but there's also plenty of vocal tracks in the game that fit the moments they're used in perfectly, usually boss fights and select buildings in the hub world. Upon battling the final boss, you learn that the archangels you fought throughout the game are manifestations of human greed, corruption, anxiety, and malice, with the final boss being one of them. The final boss, Aleph, is an archangel born out of humanity's thirst for conflict and bloodshed. He's in the same situation as all of you, where he's trapped in this dimension, however he wants to escape to conquer the multiverse and rebuild it in his own image. Once you defeat him, he enters a cycle of regeneration, but it's noted that he will return, even if it takes a long time. Aleph feeds on conquest and annihilation. As long as humans continue to incite war with each other, people's blood is shed and lives are lost. His rebirth is inevitable. You all get to return home to your respective realities and continue living your lives, knowing even if you're apart, the memories of your time together will never be forgotten. On the gameplay side, the player and up to one of your friends make up a team, and you split 6 monster forms among each other and face 1 to 3 enemies. Each fighter has AP, or attack points, that go slightly up each turn and is used up when you use a move. You win when the opponent's designated HP bar reaches 0 or they run out of monsters. After finishing parts of the main story, you unlock the ability to fuse with each of your individual friends to create stronger monster forms who add together the stats of their components and share all their moves. You also gain AP much faster while fused, letting you use stronger attacks more often, and increasing your bond with a specific friend causes all damage dealt by fusions with that person to increase. In Cassette, instead of capturing monsters, you record their essence onto cassette tapes, which allow you to transform into that monster and gain some of their abilities, which you earn more of by leveling up. While recording, your odds of recording them is based on the difference between the recorder's HP and the HP of the monster you're trying to record, as well as the success rate of the tape used. As the opponent's HP decreases, the odds go up, and as the recorder loses health, your odds go down. Whether you succeed or fail, the tape is used up after. When you collect monster forms, some of them grant you special powers such as gliding, climbing, and swimming, to name a few, that allow access to new areas and make traversing the map a lot easier. Cassette also ditches the typical type chart, instead opting for a chemistry system where instead of attacks dealing more or less damage, different types of attacks deal damage and either buff or debuff opponents, so you have to strategize to ensure you don't give the opponent an unwanted advantage. I'd like to thank everyone who had a part in making this game. It piqued my interest a few months ago, and I had a blast playing through it when I finally got the chance. I look forward to what the future of this game holds, and you should all be proud. That's about all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Not gonna force you, do what you want. Thanks for tuning in, and that's the video. Bye.